What's up? What's up? What's up, world? It is Freaky Friday. That's what I'm talking about. If you are watching this, be thankful, be happy, because you have almost finished another week in this crazy world. Um, I'm just happy to be here, happy to be alive, joining y'all cyberly everywhere. Just in case you didn't know, I am Wildcard Marn, aka Modelo Marn. If you don't know why I don myself that new nickname, is because I love Modelo. No, I'm only doing that so I could, get some sponsors. I'm gonna keep it 100. I keep it real trill in this bitch. But anyway, thank you for joining me on the 6th episode of I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition with your boy Wildcard Marn. Let's get the preliminaries out the way. Go on over to www.ioftenwonder19.com. That's where you can find all the information on all media-related stuff that we got going on for the I.O.W. network. This show, of course, our I.O.W. Sports live stream that happens every Monday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is just a late night owl edition because I'm always up at midnight. Like, I'm always up. So I was like, hell, let's talk some sports late night. So this is our 6th episode. You can always catch us here on the same live stream every midnight, Monday through Friday. So that's what we're doing. We talking sports. Also go over to check out the original podcast that kind of started all this, the I Often Wonder podcast, myself, Jamel, and our little sis, Black Barbara Walters, Alexis Henderson. That's more of the social stuff and things that happen around the world, current events kind of podcast, and certain topics that you talk about. That's dip. This sports over here, so we talking sports. All right. I ain't got no music. I ain't got nothing fancy. I got me a little cheap little green screen, and I'll let live stream do the rest in background. But because we keeping it raw and uncut, this is my takes on sports and things of that such. So we're gonna get into it. Thank you for joining me again. I appreciate it. But anyway, if you was watching the show, peeped out the show last night, I was talking about Chris Doyle, who was hired by new Jacksonville Jaguars head coach Urban Meyer. And Chris Doyle was let go because he was a former strength coach at the University of Iowa, and he was accused of making racist remarks, belittling and bullying players. Now, of course, they're accusations, but we all know how the public opinion matters in this day and age, that pretty much if you were accused of something, that's really a big stain on your image. But regardless, knowing the situation with Chris Doyle, Urban Meyer hired him as a strength coach down in Jacksonville anyway. So today, it's an alliance out there called the Fritz Pollard Alliance. And they are an organization that is pretty much devoted to campaigning diversity in the NFL when it comes to hiring coaches and front office personnel. But making up the group is like scouts, coaches, personnel, front office personnel within the NFL and in other, professional sports leagues. So, and if you don't know who Fritz Pollard is, all right. So sidebar. So Fritz Pollard, since we're in Black History Month, was the first Black player in the NFL in the 1920s and ended up becoming the first head coach that was Black in the NFL. So quick little Black History note, boom, Fritz Pollard. You want more information, go look him up. But, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's trailblazer. All right. So Frisch Pollard Alliance released a statement, and let me get that statement up. And they chimed in real quick, and it was like, oh well, shit, no. So they had their own little piece to say about what's his name, Chris Doyle being hired, and pretty much their response: at a time when the NFL has failed to solve its problem with racial hiring practices, it is simply unacceptable to welcome Chris Doyle into the ranks of NFL coaches. Doyle's departure from the University of Iowa reflected a tenure riddled with poor judgment and mistreatment of black players. His conduct should be disqualifying from the NFL as it was for University of Iowa. Urban Meyer's statement saying that I have known Chris for close to 20 years reflects the good old boy network that is precisely the reason there is such a disparity in employment opportunities for black coaches. Well, damn. And that statement is from, let me get his name, Rod Graves, who is the executive director of the Frisch Pollard Alliance. And he put that real nicely. I could have worded that a little bit more colorful my damn self, but he handled it the PC way, the correct way. He basically said, and I'm translating in my way, he said, "This some bullshit. You got this motherfucker that has been accused of being a racist." And like I said yesterday, I don't know this Chris Doyle dude whatsoever. I don't know nothing about him. But anytime that you are labeled a racist, you're labeled a pedophile, you're labeled a molester. If it's accusations, when it comes to the public court of appeal, that's a hard stain to wash out your image. It is. Like, you literally have to go above and above and above and above beyond to prove that you're not what you are being accused of. So look, the reports is out there. He's been labeled that. He's been accused of it. And, it's it's tough. It's tough to say that, to come back from that. And so when you got this Frisch Pollard Alliance pretty much giving their own take on the situation, and this literally happened hours ago. So Chris Doyle resigned. Well, damn. I mean, the off season ain't really even started yet. I mean, you ain't even make it to minicamp, but damn, you just got announced that you was on the staff, and just because the backlash, I mean, that's what we're calling it. Didn't you already resign? I mean, to me, it looks like he was just that weak, and he felt so hurt by being called a racist, and then he didn't even defend himself, so he quits and runs. That's how I see it. He took the easy way out of dealing with the situation and ran. I mean, I don't know about y'all folks, but to me, he caved into the accusations. He caved into the image of what the public court of appearance has labeled him, and he just accepted it and ran and quit. That's what it looks like. So, I mean, damn, Chris Doyle. I mean, but what did you expect? Anytime you're labeled racist and you are in a national professional league, then the NFL, a $1 billion company that is literally made up of damn near 70% of blacks, and you being accused of being a racist, like I said yesterday, is not a good look. It wasn't a good look at all. It wasn't a good look on even Urban Meyer to even hire this situation. And so when you face the backlash, like, either stand up for the shit, defend yourself. But I mean, I'm confused. I'm confused on the fact that why even accept the job knowing that you were going to get criticism because the reports was already out there on why you're not in University of Iowa. You should have been prepared for this shit right here. I mean, what did you expect? That's what I'm confused of. Is did you think that you was just going to get hired and they're not going to see those headlines on why I got fired at University of Iowa. They're not going to read them. Like, they're not going to find them. You think nobody was going to check up on you, bruh? Did you really think nobody was going to find out? Well, if you're such a great strength and conditioning coach, why are you unemployed? Did you not think they were going to do a background check? People are nosy. The internet is nosy. That was what the fuck happens. Anything that you did that can be traced by paper trail and put in some kind of electronic system that can come up on a page, they gonna find it. I mean, why Jacksonville Jaguars, y'all didn't prepare this man for this shit? But Chris Doyle, your damn self, did you not get prepared for this shit? You knew shit was gonna hit the fan once your name came out that you was on the coaching squad. Period. I mean, who's getting fired for this shit? Who didn't get this man prepared for this shit? So now he didn't just took his ball and ran, tail tucked between his legs and just skedaddled out that bitch. Gone already. Didn't even make it a mini camp. Didn't even make it an OTAs. Didn't even make it a training camp. Damn sure wasn't even close to getting to week 1. I mean, damn. Like, man, Bree, I'm with you, bro. Hey, whoever PR team, image consulting team, if you had one, you should be fired. And if you didn't get one, you should have hired one. This was expected. Backlash was expected. You can't be labeled a racist and work in a league that is 70% black. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? This shit is the most asinine shit in the fucking world to really think like that. Now, when motherfuckers say that common sense is not common, god damn it, that's a motherfucking understatement. Because this right here is the most stupidest shit in the world. But it's really not Chris Doyle's fault because don't fuck up my words. It is his fault for being accused of a racist because obviously he had to been doing something around that realm of racist shit to be labeled that, be accused of that. Because you just look, I know we in 2021 things get a little, it's a line and it's getting thinner and thinner by the day. But at the same time, people just don't throw that word out just for the, shits and giggles of it. At least, let me rephrase. People with sense just don't throw that word out. You know what I'm saying? So now that the accusation is out there, he is at fault for that because his past behavior. And he probably could. This was his chance to redeem himself. So that's Urban Meyer's doing. But golly, this situation is just crazy. And maybe it's a good thing that it ended now. Because what if the Jaguars were actually doing great? They were headed in the right direction. Maybe they even make a playoff run. And that's exaggerating as a motherfucker because I don't see that happen. But what if this is later in the season the next year and then this shit comes up? That's a distraction on the team. So good thing it happened now. It's a distraction now when the players are really not affected. There's no games that can be affected mentally to fuck them up in the head with all this media coverage. So look, good thing for the Jaguars. It happened now because them motherfuckers got enough problems in their franchise as in fielding a good team. That's the number one problem. So they don't need no other distractions. So good thing for them motherfuckers that is done and over now, and they ain't got nothing to deal with it. But speaking of the Jaguars, their projected pick, since they had the number 1 overall pick in this upcoming draft, Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine. I like to call him Sunshine. He looked like what's his name? Ronnie Bass off Remember the Titans. He did his pro day today. And yes, they normally don't do their pro days so early or so soon after the season just ended. Of course, Super Bowl was just last Sunday. So, I mean, this is, a once in a lifetime situation. But the only reason why he pushed it up is because he's having shoulder surgery to a torn labrum. Luckily for him, it's on his left shoulder, which is his non-throwing arm. I mean, he did what was expected. He looked like the number 1 pick. I mean, this just, here's my thing. I understand why he had a pro day, because you still want to show that, hey, this is what you're getting. But to me, this shit ain't necessary. We know what the fuck the Jaguars need. They need a quarterback, a franchise quarterback. Gardner Minshew III is not it. That little Minshew mania happened. It came and it went. Like, okay. Them motherfuckers won week 1 last year and lost the rest of their games. Just in case you didn't hear me. They won in week 1 and then followed that 1 win with 15 straight losses. Yeah, Gardner Minshew, you ain't the solution. There was a problem. They didn't have a quarterback, and they need some wins. You ain't the solution. So, I mean, I get having the pro day, show your little arm off. I can make a throw here, I may throw here, but first of all, a pro day is so simulated to make a player look good anyway. I mean, there wasn't no Khalil Mack chasing his ass. There wasn't no, there wasn't no Myles Garrett chasing his ass. There wasn't no Tampa Bay front 4 in his face. There's not defensive backs that's going to jump around or a linebacker, dropping back in coverage and picking them all. So first of all, pro days is so goddamn, geared to make a player look good. But I mean, what I'm getting at, folks, is what's the point of this pro day? Because you obviously got to be deaf, dumb, or just straight foolish for the Jaguars not to take you at the first overall pick anyway. If there's anything that is probably the most guaranteed thing in 2021 is death, taxes, and the Jaguars taking Trevor Lawrence at number 1. That pro day was pointless. If you need the surgery to your torn labrum on your left shoulder, which is you're not throwing, just go have it. Start recovering. We don't need to see this pro day. We don't even it's not necessary. Jaguars need you. They would be stupid not to go get you at number 1 overall pick. Go get your surgery. Go start healing. Because you're going to need all the healing components you're going to need, Trevor Lawrence. Because once week 1 start, and you will start week 1, because there ain't no other quarterback that should need to start for week 1 for the Jaguars, and you're going to get your ass kicked for a good 16 weeks. So go get your surgery, heal up, and go toughen up. Because you about to get your head smacked in every fucking week. Because that what happens is when you were the best quarterback, and the next year in the draft, you're going to go to the worst team. That's what happens. So this pro day was so fucking unnecessary. It was a waste of your time. It was a waste of time that you could have already been using to heal your little raggedy ass shoulder on your left side. Go get this shit fixed. Go start recovering. Bulk up, because you're going to need to bulk up. Because you 215 and you 6'5". So you a string bean. I mean, you especially what the fuck is about to happen to you, Trevor Lawrence. You about to get your head kicked in every fucking day. You play for the Jaguars. There's so many holes on that team that they need to fill, and you better hope that they can come up with some good offensive line options in free agency and in the draft to protect you as best as they can, because you about to get your head stomped every fucking week. Stop this damn foolishness with this pro day. This fucking this shit that's literally geared to make you look good. You already look good. We knew that. We saw what you did to the Alabama defense in the national championship game. We know. We know how good you are. What the fuck is this pro day about? If you just want a camera time, just say that. If you want camera time, Trevor Lawrence, just jump in front of a laptop like I'm doing and do a podcast. Or just jump on social media, jump on Facebook, jump on Instagram, do a live. If you wanted camera time, just say that. But don't waste nobody's time with this bullshit ass goddamn pro day that's unnecessary. We know who the number 1 overall draft pick is. It's you, motherfucker. And you know that. Why you waste all these people's time? They literally sent at least like 30 representatives from 17 teams to go watch this shit. And for what? We know who's going number 1 overall. It ain't gonna be Justin Fields. It ain't gonna be the boy from BYU, Zach Wilson. It ain't gonna be him. No. It ain't gonna be Trey Lance, North Dakota State. No. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't be wasting nobody's time with this bullshit. Like cut it out. Hey, you right, B. Trevor, let's go do a TikTok. Do a little dance. Number 1 draft pick. Do a little dance. I'm the number 1. You should do the number 1 draft TikTok. Because, fool, we know you going number 1. Don't waste no fucking time doing this pro day over some shit that's the inevitable. We know what the fuck is going on. That was a waste of time. I mean, goddamn. Baby, fuck are we doing? Well, NFL just got that kind of just time and money just blowing away in the middle of a pandemic. Hey, let me hold some of that shit. I got kids and bills and shit. Shit. Fuck around with these motherfuckers. He's crazy. Anyway, but the big news of the day. Big news. Oh, it's definitely big news. J.J. Watt is up out of there. Woo! God damn, what's up with Houston? Is there something in the water? It can't be the females, because I've seen some females that live in Houston, and whew, they look quite beautiful. So I know it ain't the women that make y'all want to leave Houston. So I need some of y'all athletes to do some motherfucking explaining why don't nobody want to stay in Houston. I need some explanations, and I need them quick, because I know it ain't the women problem, because they got some thoroughbreds down in Texas. I know it's not the females. Like what the fuck is really going on? Why y'all ain't want to stay in Houston? I got all the time in the world to find out. I know it ain't the females. So why the fuck y'all don't want to stay in Houston? I mean, it's not just the football team. It's people in the basketball team want to leave Houston. People in the baseball team want to leave Houston. What the fuck is going on in Houston there? Y'all don't want to stay. I mean, is there something in the water? You know, y'all motherfuckers, y'all got Flint water? What? I mean, what's going on? I mean, I know y'all got a lot of steers down there, but what, they shitting all over the place, putting shit everywhere? I mean, let a nigga know. Let a brother know. I'm trying to figure out why y'all don't want to stay in Houston. I mean, the housing is cheap as shit down there. I done seen the housing market. Motherfuckers get a damn near 20 acres for damn near almost 600, 700,000. I mean, they over there living large out there in Houston. Everybody got a big ass motherfucking house. I mean, let me know what the fuck is really the deal. Why y'all don't want to stay in Houston? I mean, but JJ Watt so basically goes into the office and says, release me. And they say, okay. It was that easy. Like, goddamn. So Deshaun Watson, like, well, shit, what the fuck I gotta do to get out of here? Dude, what? Lay down. I asked y'all for a trade lock like a long time ago, and y'all ain't even cared. Y'all just don't. Y'all want to hold a motherfucker hostage. Then I thought about it. The reason why you hesitate on getting rid of Deshaun Watson and so easily letting go of JJ Watt is because of position. It's that simple. JJ Watt, look, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, Pro Bowler. What you done for the city when that hurricane. We get what JJ Watt is, what he meant. But you also have to understand of what is the situation now. Now, I'm not saying that JJ Watt is done. I'm not saying that JJ Watt is washed up. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that JJ Watt ain't no spring chicken no more. JJ Watt is not that same 3-time Defensive Player of the Year player. Can JJ Watt still get it done? Oh, hell yeah. If JJ Watt goes and signs with the Chiefs, I'm all for it. I would love to see 99 in red and gold. Help this defense get back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I would love it. But my expectations of what JJ can do is not the same JJ that was doing the nay after getting the pick 6. That JJ don't exist no more. He can easily be a good third down specialist and go get some sacks, get 10 sacks a year. That would be great. I think that would be awesome for his career to find a squad that he can just go and attack the quarterback, not have to play all 3 downs. I mean, that would be nice for him. But let's be honest. He'll be 32 in March. I mean, he is not like he's, putting up crazy numbers like he used to. You know what I'm saying? He's not really okay. So his first 6 seasons played all 16 games. Then the next year played 3 games. Followed that up with 5 games. Okay, so then 2018 he was able to play all 16 games. Then he got hurt again. Only played 8. Now this past year, bravo JJ, you played all 16. But I mean, his numbers ain't up. They're not going up. His age is going up, and his numbers is going down. I mean, JJ Watt is not that same. He's not that same game changer. Now let's keep it 100. JJ Watt at one time was literally a game changer. He was scoring touchdowns, but not only that, you weren't running the ball. He was swatting everything if he couldn't get to the quarterback. And if he got to your quarterback, somebody's about to go pick him up. You gotta, because if JJ Watt gets to your quarterback, he's putting you down. But that whole dominance, that run that he went on, that's not JJ Watt no more. That's why you're okay with letting a soon-to-be 32-year-old just walk out the door. Now, me personally, I'm not okay with just letting him walk out the door. I would at least entertain some trade calls, done my best, and then if I can't trade you, and my thing is, there's no rush for this move. If the case that you can't get any kind of trades for him, just keep waiting, stall it out. But if you know that he's not gonna come back, but you still don't have to rush it. But the reason why you are, in my And my reason why you're okay with letting JJ Watt go is because he's getting up there in age. He plays defensive end. He's been often injured. His production is not the same, is declining, is not going up. But I got Deshaun Watson. Yeah, he's asking for a trade, but I'm going to do all that I can to put something around him, build something to make him change his mind. I just gave you a contract extension. So we could play this game of chicken. If I'm the GM, if I'm Nick Caserio of the Houston Texans, we can play chicken. You got the bag, you got the money, you just got the extension. Either play or retire. Because I'm not going to trade you. If I'm the Texans, look, it may be unpopular. I agree with them. Why would I move you? There's one thing in the NFL that you must have if you want to win. It's quarterback. So this J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson thing is not the same situation. Yeah, they both upset. But look at the value of both of those players. J.J. Watt, you're not valuable, not compared to Deshaun Watson. Your value is not the same. Like, I would have done the same thing, but I wouldn't just let J.J. Watt out the door. I'd have shopped him around because, believe it or not, people are still going to pay for the name of J.J. Watt. People, yeah, there's teams that right when they heard that news, they probably had to call his agent. They'd be stupid not to. I mean, this is what J.J. Watt needs. He needs to go to a team that plays a 4-3 defense. Because not the fact that because you're getting up there in age, you're not the same kind of guy. Having a 4-3 defense works beneficial for you because you get two defense. Perfect example. Look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. So Shaq Barrett on one end, Jason Pierre-Paul on another end. Who they have in the middle? Oh, I got an agent in Dominican Sue, but still moves motherfuckers. And I have Vita Vea, a big motherfucker that makes people want to get on him. So you got two monsters of defensive tackles that can take 3, if not 4, men on the offensive side to stop them. That leaves you single coverage on the outside. Whether JJ is 32 or not, I like my odds of JJ going 1-on-1 with a right tackle. I like those odds. Yo, JJ, go to 4-3 defense. And that's one thing that's amazing is all his stats and his Player of the Year's awards that he's won, there was on a 3-4 defense. And there was times he was getting double teamed and chipped. So look, go to a 4-3 team. You know, he's already said that he wants to go somewhere that is in contention to be a Super Bowl team. Okay, so that narrows the list down big time. If he's saying that he wants to go to a team that's in Super Bowl winning mode, there's not a lot of teams that can say that they're built like that. I'm right there, B. So my man Brian, you say the Steelers. Now here's my thing about the Steelers. Yes, it'd be a great fun story for him to go play with his brothers, Derek Watts there, and of course TJ Watt there. That'd be a great story. Yes. My only issue is that Pittsburgh has a problem on the offensive side. Pittsburgh defense held up majority of the year, but they had a lot of injuries and they started to, falter towards the end of the season. But for the most part, they stood up. I mean, you lose. They lost Devin Bush. They lost Bud Dupree. 2 key losses to that defense. So my thing is, if you go to Pittsburgh, be prepared to play a lot of defense. because that offense was not even close to being great. It was borderline solid average all year because Big Ben was up and down, up and down. They had no running game to even speak of. So I wouldn't mind the Steelers. I knew that they would be a hellified defense already without JJ, and you add him as just another killer. And so that would be almost equivalent to the 2000 Ravens team. I mean, it could possibly be. Because I don't think they would get enough offense to help them out. So by JJ's on account, Super Bowl winning teams. So that's obviously the Buccaneers. They just won one, which is honestly interesting. Because think about it. I just saw Shaquille Barrett's little comments. He says he wants to payday. Usually a player that just won the Super Bowl and talking about they want to get paid, 9 times out of 10, they ain't coming back. So I would look out for that. I will look out for Shaquille Barrett possibly leaving Tampa Bay. And that would be an easy way to insert JJ. I mean, why not? It definitely saves you a lot of money because if Shaquille Barrett is looking for the payday and you don't want to pay it, just go get a former 3-time Defensive Player of the Year for cheap. Why the fuck not? So I will look out for that. I mean, Chiefs, shit, we can always use help on defense. Why the fuck not? Frank Clark comes up missing sometimes. I mean, you have him on the line. They run a 4-3 defense. So Chris Jones in the middle. Frank Clark on the other side, J.J. Watt on the other side. As a Chiefs fan, that looks damn good on paper. So I wouldn't root him out. I wouldn't rule out the Indianapolis Colts, and for this reason, you got DeForest Buckner on that line. They got Justin Houston that can get at the quarterback. That defense was nice. Darius Leonard was nice. And look at their offense. They got a good running game. Jonathan Taylor, Hines, that played college ball at North Carolina State. They need some weapons in the wide receiver core. Yeah, they need wide receiver weapons. But that O-line's probably pound for pound one of the best in the NFL. I would look out for the Colts. But the Colts need to go find a quarterback first. I mean, no Phillip Rivers. That spot's wide open. Yeah. But I would still look out for the Colts. Because whoever gets JJ, you don't have to overpay for him. You do not have to overpay for them. So, oh my gosh. My man, Milazzo, get your ass out of here talking about Cleveland. Cleveland? You know what? You know what, John? You're not crazy as hell saying that. I had to think about it for a second. Cleveland. You got Myles Garrett on the other side. And Cleveland with who's that? Olivier Vernon that they got from the Giants hasn't really panned out. You could probably either have him restructure his deal or send him packing. That's actually not a bad move. It wouldn't be a bad move. But Cleveland, if anybody joined the show last night, Cleveland, they got to do something with OBJ. I think they should trade him. Free up the cap space. Bring in, if you make that move, bring in JJ and get some other pieces. Because I'm sure somebody's still gonna give you at least a 2nd round pick and a 3rd and maybe some cash to get OBJ. They got to. They're gonna come off some picks for sure. Who else will be a good landing spot for JJ Watt? And let's be real, JJ Watt himself said Super Bowl possible Super Bowl winning teams. Huh. So we already went KC, Tampa Bay. And you know what, Brian, we not going to treat the Tampa Bay like the Lakers, but this is what happens sometimes. When the team wins a Super Bowl, you tend to get players that realize that, and they look at their setup of how that team is constructed. You know, they look at it, and especially some of your older vets that probably maybe got 1, 2, maybe 3 years left in them, and they've probably made all the money that they've made, and they got enough, you know, for lifetimes. You know, some of those players are willing to take pay cuts to join literally a stacked team just to get that chance to get a ring. I mean, if you go ask Dan Marino, I bet you he would have jumped on a stacked team just for 1 year to get a chance to win a Super Bowl ring. He's a Hall of Famer, but yeah, but I bet you that 0 on the Super Bowl wins is eating at that ass. I bet you he'd have joined a stacked team. But I mean, shit like that happens. I mean, even with the Chiefs, there were players that they were about to let go, but because they cost too much. And they said, no, I was struck with my contract. You know, people look at shit like that. So I mean, it happens, man. People want that chance to get a championship. You know, sometimes championships fulfill a lot of these people's, you know, resume personally inside. So, you know, I can't blame them. OBJ to the Patriots for a third and some random defender. Hey, Patriots got to upgrade something, because that offense is horrific. I know that's your squad job, and you know you can't fake the funk on this shit. That offense is atrocious. So there was no fucking way that Cam was going to succeed. He needed to be Superman for real to make that offense do anything. But then again, he's trash. I could talk how much I dislike his ass. I could literally go a whole hour on why he's a trash quarterback, but I digress, and he ain't part of the topic. But Belichick he'll probably go as high as a third. So I agree with you on that. That's probably as high as he will ever go to go get OBJ. Because yeah, you know, Belichick's smart about certain things like that. And you know, he'll throw in a random defender just to, you know, appease Cleveland. Because Cleveland, if I'm Cleveland, I would ask for, you know, just like you had mentioned, a pick and somebody on the defensive side. Because I think the way that Cleveland is constructed right now, I think their offense. I mean, I still like Jarvis Landry. Sometimes he needs to, you know, run better routes and get the butter off his glove sometimes, and get his head out his ass. And sometimes I think he thinks he's better than what he puts out there on the field. But I'm not saying he's trash. He's adequate. That's a good word. He's adequate. But in Cleveland, that, like I said last night, that offense is ran through Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. So, you know, that offense isn't even ran through Baker Mayfield. It's two running backs that offense is ran through. I mean, they got a great offensive line. I would too. I don't want Baker Mayfield throwing up fucking, you know, jump balls all goddamn. No. Get that run game started. So yeah, they need the help on defense. So actually, that's not a bad idea. GM, general manager, John Malaza, you motherfucker. Give my points. Make sure my points is right. Why ain't I see no wages for tonight on goddamn SmackDown? What the fuck is up with that? Huh? Come on, man. You slapping. Oh yeah, dumpster fire. You got to be talking about Cam. Yeah, he's a dumpster fire for sure. Oh yeah, the Pouncey twins retired today. What's that? Marquise and what's his name? Marquise and Mike. The Pouncey brothers retired today. So there's a hole on the center line for Pittsburgh and the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, both those dudes were man, they were Pro Bowlers, Pro Bowl centers. It's not like Pro Bowl centers, growing on trees. I mean, that's a loss for the Steelers and the Chargers. That's a loss. Now you got to find out. You got to figure out how to plug that hole now. I mean, that's not something to just overlook. In the NFL, after quarterback is lineman. I would go, okay, so most important jobs to me on the NFL franchise, quarterback, number one, offensive line, and then defensive line. I mean, perfect example, the Super Bowl. The game is won in the trenches. Tampa Bay had a great defensive line. Kansas City had, people injured and was missing from that spot, and that spot. And you saw what happened. I mean, Mahomes tried every magic trick, still came up short. Very short. They got their ass on. So Marquise and Mike Pouncey retiring, to me, that's a big deal for the Chargers and the Steelers. That changes how you think you got to draft, your strategy, and who you're going to get in the free agency. I mean, you can go either one. I don't know the right answer of, is it better to go in free agency to get a center or go get a center in the draft? I mean, me personally, I wouldn't mind going to get a center in the free agency that has played, you know what I'm saying, that understands what it takes to play in the NFL. But at least got to look at your draft strategy now, especially if you are the Los Angeles Chargers. You got a solid quarterback. Justin Herbert can play now. What he did last year in his rookie season shows of what you can potentially have in the future, which helped Anthony Lynn get fired. Just a sidebar real quick. I think Anthony Lynn was a great coach for the Chargers, but he lost a lot of one-possession games. And so when you get a quarterback that literally is lighting up the field and they was still losing, oh, sorry, coach, we're not getting rid of this guy. This quarterback got something. And we need to put him and surround him with everything, coaching in general, players that's going to help us win. We can't have these one-possession losses and shit. But back to the topic, having a Pouncey twin gone off your offensive line, and you want to recreate what Justin Herbert did in his sophomore year, what he did in his rookie year, that's a loss, a big one. Because, again, you may have all the talent in the world at quarterback, but if he's on his ass, how good is he? Ask Patrick Mahomes. Ask Russell Wilson. Matter of fact, ask the GOAT Tom Brady. You think he likes sitting on his ass? You can't win 7 Super Bowls sitting on your ass all the time. Hello? It's still a big deal for the Steelers. I mean, Big Ben, I don't know if he reverted to some old man couch potato ass motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck he was doing this season. That didn't look like Big Ben. He's no longer mobile. So if he's no longer mobile, I need somebody to protect the right up the middle, and the Pouncey guy is gone. To me, this is a big loss for both franchises. Both these franchises got to do something. That's number one priority now. If we can't protect our quarterback, we ain't got no chance. I said it earlier in the show. Trevor Lawrence ain't got no shot in hell. He about to get his ass beat like a drum next season. Don't. He gonna look like goddamn Nick Cannon drumline. Boom, boom. Just beat your ass because you on the Jaguars. This is what happens is when you got no protection. No surprise why Russell Wilson been making all them headlines this week. He fussing because he getting old. Russell Wilson better hit early. If he's about 31, 32. He ain't got time to be running around like he owe goddamn alimony no more. He ain't got time to be doing that shit. Get your O-line. Big loss for Steelers and Chargers today. Y'all got a major hole you got to fill. So that's our NBA, NFL talk. Let's talk a little NBA before we get up out of here. Appreciate you guys commenting. So like, comment, share. We here every midnight, Monday through Friday, and you can catch the streams on Monday afternoons, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday afternoons, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So appreciate the love, support. All right. I'm a little parched. Hope y'all got a drink, drink up, y'all. Modelo. So delicious. I'm going to keep shouting out Modelo till y'all motherfuckers give me a sponsor. A nigga broke. And it'd be nice to have some good old podcast money because I do this shit for free. But I love it. Anyway, NBA talk. So I am a Lakers fan. They got their victory tonight, 115 over the Memphis Grizzlies, 115 to 105. Maybe I had too much goddamn Modelo. Got a nigga goddamn tongue tied in this bitch. So they got the victory tonight. I was watching a little bit of that game. Man, if y'all don't, I never been a LeBron fan, but that motherfucker, he don't look like, hey, I don't, somebody need to drug test this nigga, man. It make no sense why he's still just literally just a bulldozer. Like, when you see him coming down the lane, you better get the fuck out of the way. The fuck out of the way. I like John Morant. I like him too. But I ain't gonna get too far deep off into these scores of the NBA because there's just one NBA topic I wanted to touch before we got up out of here tonight. Real quick. Oh, they had a full schedule today. Oh, okay. So Hornets beat the Timberwolves 120-114. The Knicks, who been looking kind of good this year, surprisingly, they ain't fuck it up. Oh, I see you, John. So is the Jazz overrated or underrated? I'll put it to you like this. The Jazz is one of those solid teams that always is going to make it to the playoffs. So in the regular season, they're underrated because, they're leading the West right now, I believe, in the standings. But when it comes to playoffs, whatever they do in the regular season never transfers over to the postseason. I don't see them. I don't see them winning the West. End of the day, like I said last night, if Anthony Davis stays healthy, that's the Lakers conference to lose. It really is. Anytime I don't really like LeBron, but anytime you got LeBron on your team, you already know you are in championship contention. It's just the fact of the matter is. That's just how it goes. Then you got Anthony Davis, you know, a 7-foot motherfucker that's gonna pull up. I mean, he's shooting at three. He's shooting threes. He's you know, he's hitting mid range, and you know, I think he's a little soft. He's too scared to dominate in the paint. I don't get that point. I mean, of course, he's an alley-oop away from dunking on your head. I get that. But he damn sure don't want to defend down there, which baffles me. You know, I ain't never heard no 7-footer scared to get in the paint and go battle on the defense. He don't want to never play center. It baffles me. But so a story came out, James Harden came and said about his departure from Houston. He says, I don't like it at all because that's not who I am. The drama, the extra, whatever you want to call it, the negativity for me. I don't really like negative energy. That's draining. So I don't like how it necessarily happened. I feel like it could have happened a lot smoother, a lot easier, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness. Who's writing this shit for these motherfuckers? I know y'all motherfuckers is rich. Oh, but goddamn it sounds like money cannot buy sense, because that's gotta be the most god awful goddamn apology I've ever heard. That wasn't a fucking apology. That was an excuse so motherfuckers could try to ignore your behavior on why you forced your way out. Like, come the fuck on. You don't like the drama, James Harden? You don't like the extra shit? Yo, bingo. That does sound like a toxic breakup. Yo, I've had a little toxic situation. You know, I was with a shorty. She had some fire. Nah. But the bitch was crazy. So you got to find a way. Okay, so the bitch was so crazy. I literally like moved and didn't tell her. I didn't give her my address. Nothing. So that's how I got out of that shit. So yeah, this shit like a toxic relationship, bro. Like, James. What? Now, who's in charge of this PR shit? What in the fucking world is this motherfucker talking? Oh my gosh. Man Down Podcast, shout out. What's up? Man, we talking about you know, I only got a couple more minutes left in the show, but we talking about James Harden and his apology on the way his tenure left. And I just want to read it one more time because I still need to wrap my brain around this. He says, I don't like it at all because that's not who I am. The drama, the extra, whatever you want to call it, the negativity for me. I don't really like negative energy. That's draining. So I don't like how it necessarily happened. I feel like it could have happened a lot smoother, a lot easier, but it is what it is. Oh my God. Oh, fire all PR personnel ASAP. Whoever let him have that interview with Rachel Nichols should be fired. Do not let this motherfucker go up there and say some dumb shit like this. Oh, God damn it. Oh, hey man, it's the life of an NBA player. Just be rich to say dumb shit. Is that what we doing? Because I'm living over here broke as fuck, and we can easily switch positions, James Harden. I'll be glad to go say dumb shit and get paid your paycheck. Because this shit is ridiculous. I don't like the drama. I don't like the extra shit. Oh, man. I needed that laugh so we can end the show on a high note because, boy, hey, look, fuck it. We gonna go a little extra because I need to laugh some more at this shit. So just in case you weren't with me on the show last night, I had to laugh. Me and my homeboy Brian had a laugh because look at all the extra shit James was doing to get the fuck out of Houston. That had to have been a fat suit. But that motherfucker was looking like goddamn Sherman Klump, out of shape, trying to come in to Houston. Didn't want to be there. Getting in a fight with his teammates, throwing the balls at his teammates. Throwing the basketballs at his teammates, hitting them in practice, starting shit, and then just being just a total asshole. Being a negative cloud over practice, over the franchise. You force your way out. You get to go be with your buddies in Brooklyn. You got what you wanted. And then months later, you drop this sorry ass shit as an apology. Man, my nigga, go sit your ass. Go have several motherfucking seats. Just go play ball. Stop worrying about dumb shit like this. And why don't you go worry about getting the chemistry with your new team? Because y'all motherfucking Nets keep going up and down, up and down. Y'all motherfuckers just lost to the Pistons, the worst team in the league the other night. Like, go worry about that shit. Stop coming up with dumbass quotes and statements and saying dumb shit like this in the media. Because then now I get to laugh at your ass. But appreciate this shit. But if I want to laugh, I'll go get some comedy shit. I'll go watch Eddie Murphy. But this shit right here is comical. Oh, all right. That's going to be a fucking wrap for the night. Fucking Freaky Friday. It's been a real freaky day in sports. The whole JJ Watt thing is crazy. I mean, Chris Doyle, you fucking goddamn dumbass, pussy ass motherfucker. Like, if you're going to be a racist, stand up on that shit. But anyway. I'm done, y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening, tuning in. Like I said, we are here, I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday, right at midnight. You can check out the day stream on Mondays and Thursdays every 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go over to www.ioftenwonder19. Check out the I Often Wonder podcast. We got a lot of stuff going down, a lot of stuff coming to y'all media-wise. We're trying to build this I.O.W. network. If you are in the Raleigh-Durham area, you need a catered meal, holla at your boy. I got my catering company as well. Mad Max, MADMACS.net. Check it out. If you're in the Triangle, holla at your boy. I can cook. I can throw it out for real. Holla at my sister, Alexis. She does catering. She also does bacon. Millie J Sweet Treats. She's out here in the Triangle area. Holla at our big brother, Jamel. He's doing his thing. He's pretty much the producer of all of this I.O.W. network stuff. And he also has a clothing line. So go over to bonfire.com. Type in J. Edwin Collection. Got nice stuff, as well as the merch for the I.O.W. Sports. So I got my shirt coming in. Got my hoodie. Got geeked up for that. But look, it's been real. I will check y'all out Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live stream. And then at midnight for the Late Night Owl Edition. Be good to each other, world out there. Peace and love. Y'all be good. Peace.